Morning YouTube. I wanted to do a quick little video. I'm about to change the fog lights on the front of my Mk7. These ones that go in the bumper here. I've removed that one. That one is still in there. I'm going to change them for LED lights. Right, this is the actual carrier that holds the light. It's held onto the bumper at the back by 3 bolts. They're actually hex screws. Right, this is the old light I removed. As you can see, well and truly knackered. So I'm replacing them with LED lights. Only cheapies, aftermarket type. So basically what you would do is once you've got the whole carrier off, then you unscrew 3 bolts, then again, same type hex bolts, and the light, you can remove the light from the carrier. To put the light back on, because it's the way around, you've got a locating pin on the one, and then you've got 3 screws that go in the other one, and then that's back into the carrier. Once them 3 screws are replaced into the carrier, then you can put the whole thing back up on 3 screws, and it holds it back into the bumper. The same type of plugs, so it's just plug and play. So I'm going to fit this to the vehicle, and I'll show you on the next one how it comes off. Right. I can show you one here. It's a bit dark. You can see the 2 bolts there holding the carrier in, and there's also one on that side, and then the 3 bolts and the locating pin on this side. So I'm going to remove that now. It's let's have a look. It's a T20. It's a T20. Right, I've removed that one. This one is a bit better condition than the other ones. Still in the carrier, and that's the screws that hold it in. 3 screws to hold the carrier into the bumper, and then we got 3 screws holding the spotlight into the carrier. So I'm going to remove that and replace the new one now, and I'll show you when I'm all done. Right. You'll also see as well, once these go back into the carrier, they will only go in one way. If you notice, these tabs sticking up on that side and sticking down on that side. Let's see if I got this the right way. It's hard to do while doing it one hand. I have that in the wrong way, did I? Right, that's the right way, yes. It'll only go in one way. So I screw the 3 bolts screws back into the carrier, and the carrier is put back into the bumper, and 1, 2, 3 screws screwed back to the bumper. It is literally probably a 15-20 minute job. It's probably taken me half hour with filming. Really easy to do and well worth it if your lights are old and got water in them and rusted like mine had. But what I'm actually doing with these, I'm not going to wire them up as fog lights. I've ordered a small relay, and I'm going to use them as daytime running lights. I'll get more use out of them as daytime running lights. The little relay is from eBay, and it's only a few pound, and it just basically wires straight to the battery, and you've got a delay on them then when they're switched off, and also you wire them to the main headlights, so when the headlights are switched on it halves the power of the LEDs. So I'll show you once that's all up and done, and I'll show you the wiring on that. Right, let's have a look at the wiring. I ordered some new plugs, which is just standard Ford plugs, because I want to make these fog lights into day running lights. I've ordered these new plugs, only a couple of pound on eBay. Right, this is the relay for the daytime running lights. So let me put you down here a minute, because I need 2 hands to show you this. Right, you've got a red and a black wire which goes straight to your battery. Obviously the red goes to the positive, black to the earth, negative. It's got an inline fuse in there. Then you've got another wire, which is actually a white wire with a black sleeve over it. This goes to your headlights. This doesn't have to be fitted if you don't want to, but what this will do, when your headlights are turned on, it dims the daytime running lights by half, I believe. This is the relay box, and then you've got a red and a black wire coming out, which will go to your plug for your fog lights or daytime running lights, whichever. What I've done, I'll show you here. I've soldered a nice length of black and red wire, soldered them and put some heat shrink tube on there, because I put a nice long piece of heat shrink tube on there, because this is the part that's sort of exposed under by the bumper that I'll see spray off the wheels and etc. Right, I'll just show you quickly how I do my soldering. Wire these up. Don't crimp that up. I've got some smaller shrink tube which I'll place over there, hoping you can see this. Place over the wire, and then I'll get my plug, take the seam off that. And this is the best way I find to do it. I push the wires in together while they're all still sprayed apart, and then just give it a bit of a twist. So it's like that. Right, I'm going to clamp that in my helping hands. Then my soldering iron go up to temperature. Shouldn't take a few seconds. There we go. Right. Just over the joint. It's made a nice solid joint. Push your heat shrink tube up over, and then on my soldering iron, I'll show you my soldering iron. This is my soldering iron. I've got a heat shrink blower on there. So as soon as I lift it, it starts to run. The temperature's heating up there. Alright. Right. So all I do then, run that over the shrink tube. We've got a nice waterproof joint, and I'll do the same with the black. And then I got some larger shrink tube, scissors. Got some larger shrink tube, larger diameter, and I put it over the two of them, and then shrink tube that again. So it's double wrapped. So it should keep out all the dirt, the water and everything that's flying up from the wheels, the front wheels. So I'm going to solder this other one up now, and then I'll start to get all this fitted. Obviously I'm not going to connect this to the battery itself, because my battery is under, or my batteries I should say, because I have two of them, under the driver's seat. So I'm going to find a permanent live underneath the bonnet, so everything is underneath the bonnet, and then I'll just wire this in. So again, permanent live, an earth, this black one, or white one I should say, with a black sleeve, goes to your headlights, which is optional, and these two then will go to your plugs for your fog lights, daytime running lights. So we'll get all this soldered up now and wired in, and I'll come back to you and show you what it looks like. I just wanted to show you all my wiring's complete now, all fully waterproofed. Obviously these will be cut to length once they go onto the vehicle, but that's my plugs all wired, all ready to go. I'll be soldering, I have got a gas portable soldering iron which I'll be taking to the van with me, and I will be soldering all these joints and putting shrink tubing on them as well, so everything is protected. So I'll get on and do that, and I'll get back to you once I've finished it all and show you everything working. Right, as you can see, lights are fitted. Basically what they do, the relay, once the van reaches like 13 something volts, once it's started up, it triggers the relay. Start it up, and my lights should be on. And once the ignition is off, lights are still on. And after 12 seconds, when the voltage drops, there they go off. All done, thanks for watching.